Hi, welcome to my channel, Wren Country Sticks. In the last video, we did say we were going to do something on packaging and packing your sticks for postage. And what you're looking at now is a couple of rolls of bubble wrap from a company on eBay. I think they're called Packaging Monkey, and I'll just double check that when I get downstairs. And this is what you get in a pack. They're very, very good. They're relatively cheap, and the delivery is, depending on where you live, I suppose, very, very quick. Within a day or two of you ordering, you get a delivery. I've used these people for absolute years, and we'll try and get a price as well later on, see what this costs. So this will last you quite a long time, and as I say, that's the start of what you want if you're going to start sending sticks through the post. Lots of bubble wrap. So obviously the other thing you need is a box to pop your sticks in, and to say this is from a company called Macro Packaging, and we'll mention them again later on. It's a double-walled cardboard. And I'll show those. I'll show that opened up in box section in a minute. I say they're very good. These are pretty long. I think they're 156 centimeters long. You can't send more than 150 centimeters through the post at these. Well, not with using parcel force. So as I say, you can always sort of cut these down a little bit. So that's what the box looks like with its. Taking it off the flat pack, let's say. Good heavy duty, these boxes, and as I say, the seams are already made for you. I used to have to glue seams up in the past when I got a flat pack and staple them, but to say these are ready made. You're going to need some tape, so you want clear tape. That'll secure your postage labels to the box. Some brown tape, that's for general packaging. And of course you want a fragile, tape. I always use that. Perhaps makes no difference whatsoever, but I like to put it on. You can buy all this stuff off eBay, probably from your local supermarket. It's all readily available, so no problems there. Right, so first thing I do when I'm packaging, you want your stick, bit of sellotape, and what you see there is acid-free tissue paper, and I always use that on the head before putting any bubble wrap on the stick. You've got varnishes on, you've got various sprays, to finish off the ram's horn, the rest of the stick. Especially in hot weather, you never know if you're going to get a reaction between the bubble wrap and your varnish. Unlikely, but I do like to use this. It doesn't cost a lot, and as I say, that just gives me a barrier between the bubble wrap and the horn. Okay, the head now is wrapped in the acid-free tissue. We're ready to lay out some bubble wrap, and I'm a bit extravagant. I like to protect all these things. People pay a lot of money for sticks. So I run out a double layer, wrap that stick, and then another double layer. And I think that should give it all the protection it will need. So there we are. That's the first double layer of bubble wrap down. I'm very lucky that the wife lets me use the dining room table. It is the biggest thing we've got in the house. I often work in the utility room, but that's only half the size of this. And at the moment, the utility room is being used for utility purposes. So that's that. We're going to wrap that stick. It's only a short stick, 43 inches, in rubber wrap. Then we're going to give it, normally I would give it another double layer of bubble wrap. I'll see how I go on with this one, because it's only short and it was a relatively cheap stick. So you've got to weigh up sort of how much you're spending on postage, because I charge £18. Those boxes are are not exactly cheap, and then you've got your materials. So you've got to weigh up how much you want to use, how much protection you're going to get. So we're back in a minute. Right, so that's a stick wrapped with, say, 2 layers of bubble wrap. I don't think I really need to give it any more because there's quite a bit. I've doubled over on the head, so that'll protect the head. That should do. As I say, it's not been an expensive stick. So that's the first stage. Now what we want to do is glue up one end of the box that we've got. You can either glue it, staple it, or I'll show you what I've done on this one just to get it square very quickly. And it should be okay for postage, because once you get plenty of brown tape on, I don't think it's going to open up. So we'll be back in a minute showing you that. Right, so what we've done there is we've interlaced all these flaps. As I say, just weave them in and out, so every one of them is tucked underneath the one next to it. Once you've got tape on that, it's pretty secure. I say, when I was having to make boxes up, I do have a stapler, so you can put staples in, just fold your ends over and put staples in if you want, but you've got to purchase a stapler then, and all the staples. So quick and easy method, no glue, no nothing. We're going to tape all that up later on, and that'll be nice and secure. Once we get the stick inside, we're going to measure up and cut down any excess. No need in sending the whole box, so we'll create flaps at the other end, and it'll be nice and neat. Right, that's the box cut down with the a crook inside it, wrapped up. I put a little bit of extra bubble wrap around the bottom, around the top, just to stop it rattling around. Ordinarily, I would have used so much bubble wrap on an expensive crook that we wouldn't need to do that. So before we seal it up, the next thing to do is create a receipt for the customer and pop that inside. After that, once we've sealed it, we've got to weigh it, measure it, and do the postage. Right, so this is just do-it-yourself invoice. It's in the Word document, and it's had to be made. I made a new one this time because I've got a new PC, and I couldn't transfer the original one over to this PC from the old PC. So basically, it's rank under stakes, the heading, invoice, your details, and then who it's going to, the date, the item, price, and that's it. Print that out, put a paid stamp on the bottom if you've got a business card, attach the business card to your invoice, put it in a plastic bag, little zip bag, and attach that to the stick inside the box, and you're good to go. So that's it there. I'm sure if you haven't got Word, you could probably go online, and there's probably free templates for invoices which you might be able to use. It could even be handwritten if you really wanted to. Just one other thing to mention while we're doing invoices. At the bottom I've got a code, it's harmonised code 6602. And if you're sending abroad, you're going to need that code. It just tells countries abroad that the goods you're sending are acceptable, that both countries agree on the quality and the origin of the goods, and that there isn't a risk to the receiving country. So 6602, something that I learned the hard way, and a very good gentleman helped me out with that many years ago. Martin Hislop, if any of you know him, and obviously used to buy and sell, did business abroad, and he advised me 6602 was the code to use, and then I could get my goods abroad. So thank you, Martin. I don't know where he is now. He's closed his business. I hope he's well. So on to the next bit now. The invoice will go in the box. We'll seal the box up, and as I say, measure, weigh, and sort the postage out. Right, so we've measured the box up. You need length and width and height, and you need the weight. That one's obviously short. It's I can't remember exactly what it was. 117 centimetres, so well below the 150 centimetres limit for parcel force, and we've weighed it in. When you're measuring, I would always give your measurements another centimetre, because I have had a package or two in the past returned, or there was a problem with it. They said that it was under measured, when I know for a fact it wasn't. It was perfectly okay. Maybe the post person's tape measure wasn't as good as mine. Anyway, so I always give it a little bit more. It came in under a kilo. I'm calling this a kilo. It doesn't make any difference hardly whatsoever to what you're going to pay for postage. It's already set, you know. Now then, so we're on Parcel Force. I always use Parcel Force, and I'm just going to see if we can zoom in on the address for you. Is it going to zoom in? I'm not sure. Oh, well, we're using the wrong thing. I'm just getting used to this. What do they call it? A gimbal. Hang on a minute. No, we're not zooming in. I don't know why. Anyway, let's go over here. Have a look, see. So there you go. Send.parcelforce.com. Now, Parcel Force and Royal Mail have amalgamated, joined up. I mean, Royal Mail owned them anyway, but they had, Parcel Force had separate sites and systems and all sorts. They've brought everything together. For a while, it was a complete mess. It was really, really poor, and trying to use the Royal Mail sites for Parcel Force parcels, I just didn't like it. It wasn't working for me. I don't know why this is jiggling about a bit. Anyway, so we've now got this address. At the moment, it's still working. The label's a little bit different, but the system still works okay, and you do get the Parcel Force guys coming to collect. So you can either, when you go on this, you've got options. You can drop off at a post office, you can have the delivery man come and collect, or you can drop off at a depot, whichever is easiest for you. I use post offices and the delivery guy picking up. This is convenient. If we can't get out, we're waiting for somebody else to come around. So log on to this. I'm not going to log on now, but log on to this, put your details in, just fill everything out. Be sure that you use the right insurance. I think basic insurance now is £150, or let's say normal. And if you go to your sticker above that, then you can sort of increase that, and obviously they will charge you accordingly. It's a good thing to have a telephone number for the customer that can go into the customer's address details. You don't really need it. An email address as well, stuff like that. Print your labels off at the end. I always print 2 labels off. I keep one as a copy for myself in case something goes wrong, and I've got all the details there. Print yourself off a receipt as well. You'll have to work your way around this particular website. It's fairly easy to use. If you have any problems, you can always text me, email me, or get in touch with me, and we'll try and sort it out. But it's straightforward. Payment. I like to pay by PayPal now. I've started trying to use PayPal for anything online, rather than give my card details and anything else. It just means you transfer the money into your PayPal account if you have one. And obviously it's good to have a PayPal account because you can receive payment for your sticks through that as well. So that's worth having. The only downside is you're going to get charged, unless the customer is very good and makes you family and friends. So that's a possibility. But anyway, this has all got to be sort of thought out in the mix. You've got to know what your outgoings are. Yeah, print your labels off, and then use the clear tape to stick them to the parcel, which you'll see later on. I think that's everything on this side of things. I think once you book your delivery, you've got a number of days before you have to take it to the post office if that's the option you want to use. So, you know, you don't have to go immediately. Right, okay, so we'll leave it at that, and then, as I say, we'll get on to the final stage, let's call it. And there we are, that's a page where you can choose what you want in respect of what service you want to use, and whether it's going to be collected or you're going to drop off. I'm going to go for collect from my address, because I've got another 6 to pack and collect. I've got people here over the weekend, so it'd be ideal if this is collected on the Monday, and I don't have to go trolling around the post office. Right, there we go. So labels are printed, they're stuck onto the box. The top label there is an address, which I've just printed off in Word. The second label down is the one you get off parcel for, so whoever you're going to use. And then the bottom one is my address, my returns label. Now, a useful thing for cutting up labels, because obviously you'll get them in A4 size and you have to cut them down. A little guillotine like this. I inherited this from the father-in-law. He was always doing stuff where he needed to trim paper down, and I use it all the time. It's very, very useful. So you want one of those, that's you know, it's ideal. Now I would say we were talking about the actual boxes, and they come from Macro Packaging. They're down south, and if you go on their website, these boxes are 165 by 165 by, I see what they're doing, I think it's millimeters. 165 millimeters by 165 millimeters by 1578 millimeters. And I think they class them as let's call it a code on their website, 165, 165, 1578, just mirroring the actual size. And they cost £56.50 plus VAT, which will take you to £67.80p, and I believe that was for 10. I'm not sure if it was 10. Yeah, that was 10. I got 10 for that, so that was okay. And then when you get to the bubble wrap, £36.90 off eBay, and that's Packaging Monkey. So there you go. Oh, that's been useful. I've got another one to do now. This will be stuck in a room till Monday when it'll be picked up. I don't normally like packing them early, but I've got visitors coming, so I won't be able to do any work during the weekend. So it has to be done now. Next video, I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I've got things I'd like to do, but if I go in the workshop, then I've got to do a lot of tidying up and reorganising, because it is quite a tip. So thanks for watching, and if you like what you see and you want to see more, give us a like, give us a subscription, and we'll see what we can do. We're going to try and get plenty of these videos out if we possibly can. Thanks for watching. Take care.